How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And today we're going to be talking about Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever, a movie that has been, up to this point, kept under wraps pretty well. It's been a pretty big mystery so far. Although some things do come out that give us a little bit of information about the movie. We've had a few cast members talk about what they've seen and heard so far, and each of them so far have said that the movie is going to work and it's going to pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman in a very nice way. And that's sort of what we have today. Actor Martin Freeman, who plays Everett Ross in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was on a talk show recently and he talked about going over the script with Ryan Coogler, and he described it as odd. And this is the first time that we've really heard anything besides really positive words about the script for Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. But this is going to be probably the hardest film to make because of the loss of Chadwick Boseman, especially since they decided to not recast him. So we'll go over what Martin Freeman had to say about the script and about his Zoom call with Ryan Coogler, the director and writer of Black Panther 2. Also, a reminder about my Stormbreaker giveaway. It ends at the end of this month. All you have to do to subscribe to my channel and Cosmic Culture, link in the description down below. So, Martin Freeman, who plays Everett Ross, appeared on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and he teased a little bit of what's to come as far as his role is concerned and the entire plot for Wakanda Forever. While on the show, James Corden asked him about the film, in which he revealed that a couple of months ago he had a Zoom call with Ryan Coogler where they talked about the script, and this is what he had to say about that. I had a Zoom call with Ryan Coogler, the director and co-writer, about 7 or 8 weeks ago. I suppose he sort of meticulously took me through all of my character's beats in the film. He took me through the film, but incorporating my character's beats, and some of it was really very odd, and I think that Ryan Coogler could see from the reaction on my face to some of the things he was saying. My face must have had a very shocked expression on it, because he kept sort of stopping and he kept going, saying, "Stay with me, but this is going to work. People are in for, I think, a real treat. I mean, we've not done it yet. Who knows? We might make it awful, but I'm hoping we won't. I'm hoping people are going to be in for a treat." Freeman ended the conversation about this by stating, "Obviously, the hope is we do the first film justice and we do Chadwick's legacy on it justice and make, hopefully, another good film." So this is very interesting, but it's also pretty good. Keep in mind that Martin Freeman could have just thought that his character's role was pretty odd, not the entire script as it is. Other cast members have already commented on the script, stating that it does a really, really good job at honoring Chadwick's legacy. And Ryan Coogler seems to have a very good vision of what he wants the film to be. And he apparently thinks that it's going to work really, really well on screen. He even said to Martin Freeman, people are in for a real treat, which is great because I think some people are actually really worried about the film, especially since they're not going to recast T'Challa. But cast members like Lupita Nyong'o, who plays Nakia in Black Panther, stated that the film is going to do Chadwick justice and the script is very good. Now, so far, we don't really know much about the actual plot. We do have our actor that is going to be playing the main villain, Tenoch Huerta. However, the villain is unspecified at this point. We don't know who the villain is actually going to be. However, I do have a theory on who he could be playing. Tenoch Huerta is a Mexican actor, and the Atlantean race, according to traditional theosophy, includes those of the Mongolian race, the Malayan race, and the American Indian race. And since Tenoch Huerta is of Mexican descent, he could play one of these races, which means that he could be playing Namor. Namor could be the villain of Black Panther 2. Wakanda and Atlantis have a pretty big history together. Specifically, they are at war with each other. In fact, in the Avengers vs. X-Men comic line, Namor practically destroys Wakanda with the help of the Phoenix Force. And another part to kind of add to this is also the fact that there's casting calls for warriors, and that's all they really say about this casting call. Now, the Wakandan warriors we pretty much already have. They'll pretty much use the same people from the first Black Panther film, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. So the casting call for new warriors most likely isn't for Wakandan warriors. And since the casting call for these warriors came out the same time that it was announced that Tenoch Huerta was going to be the main villain, it would make sense that these casting calls would be for something related to the main villain as well. So these warriors could be Atlantean warriors. So So before the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, there were a lot of reports going around that Black Panther 2 was going to introduce Atlantis and Namor in the film. If these reports were true, then originally, before the passing of Chadwick, there was going to be a battle between T'Challa and Namor. And it was said that we were really going to explore Atlantis. And it did really seem, and kind of does still really seem, like Marvel was heading in the direction of introducing Namor and Atlantis. We've actually had several Easter eggs in the MCU pointing towards Namor. The first one we saw in Iron Man 2. When Nick Fury is talking to Tony Stark about the Avengers Initiative, there are some screens in the background. These screens are apparently showing other potential recruits for the Avengers Initiative and areas that S.H.I.E.L.D. is monitoring.
I don't think I want you looking at that. I'm not sure it pertains to you anymore.
If we take a look at one of the screens in the background, we can see Africa. And on the screen, there is one circle in the middle of Africa. That is Wakanda. And the second circle is a little bit to the left in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That's Atlantis. There's really nothing else that could be except for Atlantis and Namor. And this is all the way back in Iron Man 2, which means they have kind of been planning this for a long time now. And then of course we have the really big Namor Easter egg, which is confirmed to be a Namor Easter egg by the writers in Avengers Endgame. In the beginning of Avengers Endgame, when Natasha is talking to Rocket, Okoye, Captain Marvel, and Nebula, Okoye mentions that there was an earthquake in the Atlantean Ocean, and Okoye says that the best way to deal with it is by not dealing with it. Now, the earthquake is caused by the Atlanteans. And again, Atlantis and Wakanda are usually at war with another. So Okoye doesn't really want anybody to know about Atlantis or the Atlanteans, so she says, we don't deal with it. Now, when one of the writers, Christopher Marcus, was asked if this was indeed a Namor Easter egg, he said, sometimes you plant seeds, sometimes they grow. Basically confirming, yes, we are planting the seeds for Namor. And this would make perfect sense if they were originally planning on introducing Atlantis and Namor in Black Panther 2. And Tenoch Huerta, who has been cast as the main villain, still could be playing Namor. Unfortunately, right now, it is not confirmed who exactly the villain is going to be, but I think it would be really, really cool if it was indeed Namor. But let me know what you think. Do you think that Namor is going to be the main villain of Wakanda Forever? And are you worried about Wakanda Forever's script? Be sure to hit me with your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things relating to Wakanda Forever and of course the MCU in general. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.